Hello, everyone. Welcome to the International News Program, airing today, Monday, June 2, 2025, at 1:05 p.m. plus 07. Today, we focus on the most critical news from the United States, a topic dominating global headlines. These updates reflect recent developments impacting the economy, politics, and society on an international scale. Top news in the United States. Currently, trade policy and immigration issues are at the forefront. The recent imposition of tariffs by the new administration, continuing policies from the previous term, has sparked significant international tension. Just days ago, the U.S. Court of International Trade ruled that some tariffs were illegally imposed, though a federal appeals court has paused this decision for further review. This shift affects negotiations with countries like China and the European Union, creating uncertainty in global markets. Immigration and student visas. Immigration, particularly in education, remains a hot issue. The administration's announcement to aggressively revoke visas for Chinese students linked to the Chinese Communist Party has caused confusion among academic communities. Harvard University, a prestigious institution, faces challenges due to this policy shift, leading to a reduction in international student enrollment. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the revocation, but the situation remains tense. Economic impacts. The tariff hikes have notably affected the steel industry, with the president announcing an increase from 25% to 50% on steel imports. Economists worry this could raise consumer prices and disrupt supply chains. Additionally, a decline in international travel, especially from Canada, is hitting the tourism sector hard, with a reported 44% drop in cross-border traffic. Global reactions to U.S. policies. The U.S. tariffs have triggered strong responses from trading partners. China retaliated by imposing tariffs on American agricultural products and cars, directly impacting U.S. farmers. The European Union followed suit, targeting American goods like Harley-Davidson motorcycles and bourbon whiskey. This tit-for-tat tariff escalation has analysts warning of a potential full-scale trade war, which could destabilize the global economy. National security concerns. On the international student visa issue, the U.S. government argues that revoking visas for Chinese students is a national security measure. They claim some students are linked to the Chinese military, posing a risk to U.S. interests. However, this policy has drawn criticism from major universities like MIT and Stanford, which argue it stifles innovation and global academic exchange. The American Association of Universities (AAU) has called for a reversal, citing the loss of talent. Societal perspectives. Within the U.S., these policies have sparked division. Supporters believe they protect national security and American jobs, while critics argue that tariffs will raise consumer prices and the visa crackdown damages America's reputation as a global education hub. Public opinion polls show a split, with 48% supporting the tariffs and 52% opposing them, according to a recent NBC News survey. International perspective. In Cambodia, these changes have ripple effects. Imported U.S. tech products may become more expensive, affecting small businesses. Cambodian students aspiring to study in the U.S. are also concerned about the new visa policies, fearing stricter regulations. In Thailand, a key U.S. trade partner, businesses are preparing to negotiate to mitigate tariff impacts. Economic forecast. Economists predict that if tariffs continue, inflation could rise by 3 to 4% in the U.S. by the end of 2025, impacting sectors like manufacturing and retail. The travel industry, already struggling, may see further declines, with experts forecasting a $10 billion loss in tourism revenue. Proposed solutions. The international community is urging renewed negotiations to avoid further trade conflicts. In the U.S., Congress is discussing new legislation to ease restrictions on international students and reduce economic fallout. Further analysis. These U.S. policy shifts reflect a commitment to national interests but also significant global fallout. The visa revocation could lead to a loss of innovative talent, while tariffs might strain relations with allies. Long-term, this could shift global trade patterns, with Asia-Pacific nations like Vietnam gaining as alternative manufacturing hubs. Conclusion. These developments highlight major changes in U.S. policy with worldwide impact. From trade disputes to education challenges and economic shifts, the situation demands strategic responses. Stay tuned for more updates in our next program. Goodbye.